Hey guys, Coach Ben here, BigBenches.com. Today I'm doing another Fix It Friday video for you, and this was actually a question proposed to me this week. Now this particular person had an issue with a lagging side on the bench. It was a right shoulder issue, I believe, and it was just when it gets over about probably 90% more max effort type work, that right shoulder was just kind of lagging behind the left, and the bar was actually rising up a little higher on the left side compared to the right side. Now, I wanted to tackle this issue in case this is something you're experiencing, a lagging side on the bench. The first thing you want to look for is how you're setting up the positioning on the bench, because it might just be an issue of how you're taking that bar out of the rack. If one shoulder's kind of slipping out on you, you're not really getting a full tuck and pulling down with the shoulder blades. If something is slipping out on you, that can kind of take away from the stability you have on that side. So the first thing I will look at is your positioning, how you're setting up on the bench, and that could be an issue, and that could be a quick fix. You just have to learn to set up better. I'm guessing that might not be this particular person's issue, just because if that was the issue with your setup, then that would be something that probably manifests itself at a lighter weight, not just the heavier weight. If it's a heavier weight, I'm guessing it's more of an issue of a muscular balance, which I'm going to get to. The second thing you might want to look to after your setup of the positioning would be how the muscles are actually activating. Could just be an activation issue on one side. You might just not be, that comes back to setup positioning a little bit, but you might just not be able to properly activate your lats for stability. Things like a reverse band bench, where actually pulling the weight down to your chest can kind of get you to kind of think about how to lower the weight into your lats correctly. Another video I just saw recently with Mark Bell is he used a slingshot to show how you can properly activate your lats on a bench press, where you're wearing a slingshot and you're actually pulling your arms down into your chest. I think that's a really good way to think about it. Usually comes back to not usually using your lats properly. So learning how to activate your lats properly could help you just keep that better positioning. That might be an issue as well. If a body part is lagging, could be some kind of issue with the activation where you have the strength, you're just not properly utilizing it well. And then that comes back down to it might just be a muscular imbalance thing. And a good way to find that out is to use dumbbells. Say it's a shoulder issue, shoulder's coming untucked on you, or it's just not pushing at the same rate the other one is. A good way to see that is just do some overhead presses, single arm with a dumbbell, some kind of unilateral exercise. Now I can even find imbalances myself. Now granted, they aren't extreme. It's nothing that really shows up in the bench too much, but there is a little bit of imbalances to my left and my right side. And using the dumbbells, usually in some kind of exercise that you can use 6 to 8 reps, is a good strength rep range to see this imbalance manifest itself. So perhaps you can get a solid 6 reps easy on the left arm with the overhead, but on the right side you're really struggling at 5 and you can't really get that 6th rep. Now that's a little bit of an issue, especially if that's the side that's lagging. Alright, you might want to just get those up to par using unilateral exercises with the dumbbells. You can also do this with the close grip. Just find a nice close grip exercise that you can do unilaterally and see if there's an imbalance there. And it might just come down to that. You just have to bring up that lagging side. And that's usually not often the case, usually a setup positioning thing, I think, but if it manifests itself when you're using heavier weights, it might just be some kind of imbalance that one side's just not caught up with the other one yet. Alright, so 3 things to look for when you have a lagging side on the bench. Alright, Coach Ben, email me, coachben@bigbenches.com, and learn about our online training. People are getting stronger, so can you. Make sure to like and share the video. Here's another Fix It Friday for you guys. I'll see you next week.